Aloha everybody and welcome to part 7 of Sonic Generations. In the last part we looked at Emerald Coast, the first stage in Sonic Adventure, and now we're standing outside of another Sonic Adventure stage, and which one? I'll give you a hint. We're going up and down and all around. Oh, that's so good. The level actually starts off with this downhill, loop-to-loop highway road. Oh my god, that's so good. Just like the original level it comes from, Speed Highway. My hint is a reference to the theme song of this particular stage because when you're listening to it, it goes up and down, all around. I probably butchered that song pretty badly, but Speed Highway from Sonic Adventure was a fantastic level. It had some pretty fantastic set pieces, and I really like what they do with the stage here in Sonic Generations. I like the fact that Sonic is traveling throughout a whole bunch of different buildings in Speed Highway. Like right now we're crashing through a hotel, which doesn't feel all that different from the hotel where Knuckles fought Chaos 2 in Station Square, you know? Because that's where Speed Highway is, Station Square. Which, unfortunately, got destroyed by Chaos at the end of Sonic Adventure. I'm sure it's been rebuilt by now. You know. All's well that ends well, right? All's well that ends well. But I like that this stage actually goes into, like, the parking garages, the hotels. In fact, we're about to see a very familiar thing from Speed Highway. Oh, look, the bells! You could ring the bells, the giant novelty bells that were in Speed Highway. Whether you were playing as Sonic or Knuckles, because Knuckles could look for Emerald Shards in Speed Highway, but, and you grab the helicopter! Because in Sonic Adventure, you rode the helicopter. Oh my god, it's such a good feeling. Generations just makes me feel all kinds of joy, and I really like the platforming. I really love how reactionary the stuff is, especially this part right here, where you actually fall into these construction flippers and you actually have to make sure you don't fall into the bottomless pit, because we were just above bottomless pit. You have to fall into one construction piece to the other construction piece, and that part's really fun. That's really well executed. I love that. You get this big sense of vertigo when you see like all the cars on the highway in the background just driving, doing their own thing and stuff. It's like, Jesus Christ, I don't want to fall, I don't want to fall. Good stuff. Speed Highway. I've been naming which zones I would always like to see as I've been playing through this game. I already said with Sonic 2, I thought the choices were perfect. Perfect choices. I would have gone with Chemical Plant and Casino Night, definitely. With Sonic 3 and Knuckles, I might have gone with more Sonic 3 stuff. I definitely think Ice Cap should have been a zone. Ice Cap would have been great. And as for Sonic Adventure, I'm fine with Emerald Coast being picked. Speed Highway's pretty good. It has some pretty nice set pieces with the helicopter and the running down the building and stuff. But if I had to choose another zone from Sonic Adventure, it would probably be Windy Valley. Simply because it has a fantastic theme song, you know, the song from Sonic 3D Blast. It has the giant tornado, and you're actually in the tornado, hopping from rock to rock, and oh my god. Fun fact, the helicopter that just drove by, you briefly saw it. You might have missed it. But when the level starts off, you can actually boost and jump onto the helicopter as it's flying by, and you'll actually grab the handle and it will take you further to a higher railing. So that's pretty damn cool. It's at this point we get introduced to the Lightspeed Dash, which Sonic has had since Sonic Adventure 1, Sonic Adventure 2. I mean, in Sonic Adventure 1, you kind of had to do a spin dash build up. You know, you had to rev it up, and then Sonic would be able to do it. But it becomes a thing from this level onwards, and you can only do certain lines of rings in Sonic Generations. You can't do whatever line you want. You can't just go push Y on any set. It has to be ones that are especially glowing white and are really bunched together. Ah, so good! We have a recreation of running down the building from Sonic Adventure. We're not hopping over things this time around, though. Instead, we're doing the usual push left bumper and right bumper to side left and right, as you're running super fast down an area. And oh my god, running through the building. I love that Sonic is smashing all the windows as he's running along these buildings too. By the way, it's here in Speed Highway that I discovered the greatest thing about Sonic's control this time around. The drifting is so much better than it was in Sonic Unleashed and Sonic Colors. They have achieved perfect drifting in Sonic Generations. I love the way when you hold the right trigger button and you're coming up to a corner, Sonic turns into a spin ball. He turns into like a spin dash kind of ball formation. And he just handles those corners down the highway so perfectly that you can pretty much get him wherever you want him to go, which is something I never found with Unleashed or with Colors. I love the drifting! The drifting is so good, and when you're actually going down the roads here in Speed Highway, and you hear that nice as you're going through, oh my god, that is so good. This is the best that this gameplay has ever been in terms of Sonic's control. They also don't have Sonic Unleashed's homing attacks, where in Sonic Unleashed, you jumped and you pushed the X button or the square button to do a homing attack, which is different from the jump button. And some people hated that because it was connected to the boost, and that meant you were going to do a whole bunch of air dashes, and a whole bunch of air boosts all over the place because it was mapped to the homing attack button, right? In this, it's just like Sonic Colors. You have to push the jump button twice in order to do a homing attack. And, yeah. Great drifting, the homing attack's where it should be. This is just the best version of the boost gameplay that Sonic has ever been, and it's perfect, because, you know, this is a celebration of Sonic, and this just so happens to be the best he's ever controlled, which is good.
Thanks for saving me, Sonic. It was scary in the dark, but I tried to be brave. Thanks, Sonic. Hey, is it me, or did you get a new haircut?
And, of course, that's Cream the Rabbit, who made her debut back in Sonic Advance 2. She's not in the original Sonic Adventure, but she does show up in all of the DX ports for GameCube, Xbox Live, etc. Every now and then when you clear a stage, Cream the Rabbit will show up to fly around Station Square. She is now voiced by Michelle Ruff, who, if you're familiar with the Persona series, she is Yukari Takiba in Persona 3, and she was Catherine with a K in the video game Catherine. Good voice actress, good voice actress. Anyway, folks, we just cleared through Sonic Adventure 1. Now it's time to move on to the next game in the series, Sonic Adventure 2, and the greatest intro stage in all of Sonic history. Period. I have a whole bunch of friends and family who are not Sonic fans. You know, the only Sonic games they really played were the ones on the Genesis. Sonic 2, Sonic 3, and Knuckles. They don't know what Heroes is. They don't know what Unleashed is. They've never heard of the Chaotix. But if they've ever seen me play Sonic Adventure 2, then I can guarantee you, even in 2016, they know the stage, they know the theme song, they know the killer gun truck that's trying to kill me. Sorry for not talking, but that theme song is still amazing. Still one of the best pieces of music in Sonic ever. And, I can't help but listen to it. I can't help but listen to it. I really like this stage a lot because of its gimmick. And the gimmick is that there is a serial killer driving the gun truck, and he will not stop until Sonic is dead. It's the greatest gimmick. But of course, the other great thing about City Escape Act 1 is that Sonic gets to ride a skateboard. It's constantly moving forward, and if you come up to a ramp and push the A button in time, Sonic will go super high, he'll do a whole bunch of tricks, and it's the most 90s thing ever. Classic Sonic on a skateboard is so 90s, I love it. And, again, I love the gun truck throughout this entire level. it's constantly chasing you and it's destroying all of the platforms and containers that you're climbing, right? So you have a whole bunch of timed set pieces where if you see the gun truck in the background, you better climb to the top. You better get to the spring. You better get to where you need to go before he murders your ass. The gun truck is not an instant kill. It will only damage you and scatter your rings if it contacts with you. But it's still terrifying watching this giant hunk of metal kill these cars and go after you, and Jesus Christ! It is a bloodthirsty machine! I love in the results screen the gun truck is in the background. I love that it's just completely trashed and, you know, it just completely destroyed itself trying to get to you, you know. As it should be, because that's how the gun truck operated in the first game. In Sonic Adventure 2, I mean. Although we only saw it at the end, but yeah. That is such a fun gimmick. That gun truck may as well be Jason Voorhees. There may as well be a ch-ch-ch-ka-ka-ka going on as it chases you, but anywho, Classic Sonic had a skateboard in his stage. Well, what do we remember about Sonic Adventure 2? How did City Escape start? Well, the gun troops were arresting Sonic, he dove out of a helicopter, he grabbed a piece off of that helicopter, and then he rode it down the streets as a snowboard. Well, good news. We got a snowboard section in City Escape, and this section is so damn fun to play. We haven't had a good snowboarding section since Sonic Adventure 2, as far as I'm concerned, and this one does the series justice. As you can see, you can boost while in snowboard mode. Anytime you come up to a ramp, all you have to do is tap A to do some cool tricks. You don't have to hold the button down, build pressure, and release at the right time like a certain 2006 game. No, it's back to the simplicity of the Sonic Adventure titles. The controls are great. You can drift just like as regular Sonic whenever you come up to a corner. You just tap A at the ramps to do awesome stuff. It's just such a fun thrill ride. And it's so good to see that they actually got the snowboarding down again, you know? It's so nice to see that they got the fun intensity of Sonic Adventure 2 down. Because Sonic Adventure 2 is a great game, I don't care what anyone says. You know, I've seen a lot of negative reviews that say it's very dated, it hasn't aged well. I kind of disagree with that. You know, I see a lot of people who will praise things like Jet Set Radio, Skies of Arcadia, Echo the Dolphin, all these Sega franchises that they will say, no, they're perfectly fine, but Sonic Adventure 2 gets thrown under the bus for no reason whatsoever. I almost feel like doing a positive review of Sonic Adventure 2 and going into every single thing about why that game is so great and why I love it so much, but either way. Even got the running down the building. The building got shorter, what the hell? They even brought back all the swinging stuff from Sonic Adventure 2. Because that's when Sonic would swing around the poles, and the right timing would make you propel super high into the sky. I love the background signs of City Escape. There's a lot of great in-jokes and stuff. Like, I think there's like Charmy's Honey, there's the Chaotix Detective Agency, where their tagline is, "Are you sure you want to know?" And the best thing is right here. Wanted posters for Fang the Sniper, Bean the Dynamite, Bark the Polar Bear, and missing posters for Ray the Flying Squirrel and Mighty the Armadillo. Characters we have not seen since the 90s. In case you've ever been wondering, hey, how come Fang the Sniper didn't come back? Well, at least Sega acknowledges him. Sega acknowledges Fang the Sniper. Sorry, just rocking out again, because this music is so damn good. How many times have I said that in the last 10 minutes? Either way, we're running away from the gun truck, and Jesus Christ, he's got buzzsaws this time around! Holy shit! So, to add some spice to this chase scene, now we have buzzsaws that will come down and try and hit you, and they will reach where you are, so you will need to sidestep to the either left or right of, you know, where you're standing, otherwise the buzzsaw will attack you and damage you. But, the This gun truck chase is so damn fantastic. I like the fact that it escalates so much from the original version of the level, where we are running from the gun truck on the roofs of buildings. We're no longer on the street. We're on the roofs of buildings, and now we're gonna run sideways up a building, and all of a sudden it's got jet boosters, and now it's driving sideways on the building, and it's catching up, and Jesus Christ! That is so thrilling! That is so damn fun! That is so intense! And that is so what I want from a Sonic game! You know, these are the things that were missing from Sonic Colors as far as I was concerned. There's nothing wrong with Sonic Colors. It's a good 2D platforming game. But it's this sense of thrill, this sense of excitement, these set pieces that make me love Generations so much more. And goddamn, this is such a good celebration of Sonic. This is such easily like one of the best Sonic games ever made in like years. I love Generations. It's such a fun game.
Thanks, Big Blue. That's the first time I've ever been stolen. Thanks, buddy. The thing that snatched me was like nothing I've ever seen before. Watch out. Come to think of it, you're nothing like the Sonic I've seen before.
Rouge the Bat is now voiced by Karen Strassman, who, going back to the Cream the Rabbit reference, if you're familiar with Persona, Karen Strassman was Aigis in Persona 3. She was Nanako Dojima in Persona 4. She is Katana and Melina in all the new Mortal Kombat games. Karen Strassman's a delight. Anytime I see her in interviews and stuff, she's awesome. And this is easily the best voice Rouge has ever had. Like, Rouge the Bat is supposed to be an 18-year-old character who's also a femme fatale. And, you know, nothing against Lanny Minella and the 4Kids voice, but they were just too old for what they were supposed to be. With Karen Strassman, it sounds like she's 18. It sounds like she's more sultry. It sounds like she's more... You know, it just suits the character a lot better. And she's the best voice of Rouge, by far. By far. But, yeah. We're done. In Part 8, we will go to the 3DS's Sonic Adventure 2 stage. And I'll leave off with this fun little reference in the song of City Escape, specifically Act 1. They actually reference a classic song in the remix of City Escape. And this is such a love letter to Sonic. So I'll just point that out, and I'll see you in Part 8.